Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good day. Today's topic is Introduction to Process Flow Diagram. What is flow diagram? Flow diagram is a flow sheet which is the key document in process design. It shows the arrangement of the equipment selected to carry out a certain process, and it shows the material and energy balance that are involved during that process. Flow diagram has a different degree of complexities. The most basic one is known as block diagram. Then we have more complex flow diagram known as process flow diagram. And the most advanced and complex type of flow diagram is known as piping and instrumentation diagram. Block flow diagram is the simplest type of flow diagram. It only needs simple sketches to represent material and energy balances involved in a particular process, and it doesn't require any software to create. Process flow diagram shows the relationships between the major components in the system. They are schematic diagrams. They show the flow of the products or services as it moves through the various processing stations or operations. PFD are used in chemical and process engineering. Generally, PFD shows only the major equipments and it doesn't show too much details. And PFD are used for visitor information and new employee training. This is an example how PFD looks like. As we can see here, a lot of equipments are connected with lines that represent streams of material or energy. We can see different equipments and section of the process are connected together. The most complex form of flow diagram is the piping and instrumentation diagrams, or known as P&ID. It contains the detailed plant construction information involving the piping, the process, instrumentation, and other diagrams. It shows the piping of the process flow together with the installed equipments and instrumentation. And it uses specific symbols to show the connectivity of the equipments, sensors, valves in a control system. These are some examples of basic symbols used in pipe and instrumentation diagram. For example, there can be several type of valves in a particular process, and each is represented by a certain symbol. This is an example of a complete piping and instrumentation diagram. As we can see here, different section and equipments are linked with certain type of connections, and all of the elements in PNID are labeled according to standard symbols to show their locations, their functionalities, and their roles in a particular chemical process. Another type of flow diagrams is known as three-dimensional plant diagrams. It presents the information on the equipment layout in the most clearly form of illustration and diagram that would assist people to understand the general flow and nature of the particular chemical process. In summary, there are three principal types of diagrams. First is the block flow diagrams, or BFD. Then we have process flow diagrams, or PFD, and pipe and instrumentation diagrams, or PNID. All of them are used to convey specific technical information of a process at various degree of details. It is important to follow the common standards for this diagram in order to avoid confusion.